Good evening, fuckers. It's me, Mickey, broadcasting in Detroit with another lo-fi, shitty quality video where, spoiler alert, we will once again be crapping all over a wildly popular cologne. This video will be a little different though. We're going to have a very important tip where if you deem yourself to be a fragrance fan or a cologne collector guy, this could be something you haven't thought of and might help you out in the future. So without any further ado, let's just fucking get on with this shit. Alright, where do we begin? So I blind bought Azzaro Wanted by Night based on some very good reviews and a big wave of hype that kind of pushes itself behind the cologne. And this was in, I don't know, November, December. And I got the half ounce bottle, which looks like a giant silly vape pen. I take it out of the package and I give it a sniff. And I think to myself, that's pretty fucking good. It's like a no-brainer fall winter scent. Spicy, sweet, but not like lame sweet. It's sweet with like some zhuzh to it, and cinnamony, It's cinnamony, and I like it a lot. And I wore the shit out of it for like 2, 3, 4 weeks, something like that. And I might even told a handful of people it was like my new favorite cologne. And I think people like some people thought in general it smelled alright, like, but it wasn't like drawing wild compliments like it was revolutionizing cologne or any shit like that. So it's Christmas time, and my kid asked for a bottle of cologne for Christmas. So, being that it's my favorite cologne of the moment, I went ahead and got him the Azzaros Most Wanted bottle. He opens it up on Christmas morning and he smells the bottle and he says he likes it, so that's a win. But here's where we're going to go ahead and pivot a little. Um, some time passes and I encounter this feller, this man, and he's wearing a scent, and it's like a fall, wintry, spicy scent. And I'm curious. I'm like, hey, brother, man, what are you wearing? And he says it's Azzaros Wanted by Night. And I thought, is it Wanted by Night? And I smell again, and it smells kind of familiar, but it smells off. Like, for a lack of a better way of saying it, the cologne just smelled broken. Like, all of the dazzling notes of the fragrance and all the cool parts seem to come and take a step back, and all the shitty synthetic notes and all the imperfections seem to zoom up to the front. And I thought, shit, like, is this what I was smelling like for the 2 or 3 weeks I was wearing this bottle all the time? So within like the same week, I'm talking to my kid on the phone, and he proceeds to tell me this story about how he was at a school dance and he was dancing with some little floozy, and she makes this comment, something to the effect of, "You smell, you smell like a Middle Eastern rug salesman." And not to make like a blanket statement that all Middle Eastern rug salesmen smell bad, but at the same time, like, shout out to that girl. That's comedy. So, what is the big lesson here? What is the big lesson that's standing right in front of us, smacking us right in the face? And I think it would go something like this. Authors of great books, when they're constructing their rough drafts, they have trusted readers, people that they trust to go over the words and tell them if it's cool or not. Musicians, when they're writing songs, when they're recording demos, they have their trusted listeners who tell them, is this song cool or whatnot. Chefs, when they're creating dishes, have it, you get where the fuck I'm going with this. As a cologne collector, it might behoove you to find your trusted sniffer. Now, this is what I'm doing here, the trusted sniffer. I'm giving man birth to a concept here of the trusted sniffer. This is a person that you in fact trust to stand by you while you spritz a new bottle all over yourself and you say, hey, is it tight or is it not? And then they tell you. And, like the reverse example happened a couple weeks back. Like, I was mentioning in a video about Dolce & Gabbana's The One. And when I smelled that bottle, like, out of the bottle right when I got it, I was like, this smells lame as fuck. So I pity sold it to a coworker, and then come to find out when he starts wearing it, the cologne's absolutely tight as a motherfucker. So, like, it's not the same experience. When you smell a cologne out of the bottle, it can be a completely different program as smelling it on another human being. And that's all about what I have for you tonight. Let's sum up what we learned right quick. Azzaros Wanted by night. Smells tantalizing delicious straight out of the bottle. Smell it on another human, it's a borderline fucking disaster. What do we do about this? We find our trusted sniffer. We find a person that we trust to tell us whether shit's tight or not. And there you have it. There's the big tip I got for you. If you're a fan of the channel, you might be aware that we score colognes on one of 4 categories. At the top, there's tight as a motherfucker. Below that, there's standard tight. Just below that, there's pretty tight, and at the bottom, there's untight. Azzaros Wanted by night. What can I say? It's untight. Doesn't work for me. And that's all we got. That's all we got for tonight. I hope you enjoyed our chit chat on Azzaros Wanted by night. If you like it, stick around the channel. Tune into our future videos here. We'd love to have you. And I hope you have a pleasant evening. And if you're a Middle Eastern rug salesman, just remember that you didn't hear it from me.